Alright, so welcome back to the Infernum Mode mod, the mod that adds an extra difficulty layer to the Calamity mod. In today's video, we are working on and hopefully taking down Calamitous Clone. Now, we did check this out in the previous video, and let me say, out of all of the Infernum bosses that we've fought so far, this one might just be the most difficult because it has quite a lot of AI to memorize, and there isn't a lot of wiggle room. If you get hit too many times, the fight is just essentially over. So today it's going to be about learning that AI, and if we can take it down in a reasonable time, we'll also do Plantera as well, which I hadn't really thought about the fact that this might be awful as well. I don't think it will be. I feel like this is going to be the real nightmare of today. So obviously, you lot gave me lots of upgrade ideas. Thank you very much. It's definitely what I was after. And a big one, basically screamed by everyone, was this weapon. I can never remember the name of it. It's the SC... literally, I'm gonna have to Google it. Okay, so it's called the SHPC, and if I knew what it stood for, I would probably remember it. Now listen, the reason why I never rushed out to go and get this weapon, and I might be wrong about this, I might need to Google it as well, was this not like a rare item back in the day? Like you have to kill a Quack Scourge 1,000 times to get it? I might be wrong. Anyway, it's made from mithril bars, a prototype plasma drive core, and some suspicious scrap, which basically, I didn't realize this, you lot were saying it, whenever I find a laboratory, I should just go inside and loot whatever's there, because this is what you use it for. So I basically just have to run around and find all of this suspicious scrap, because you only get one per laboratory, so you have to find 4. Anyway, nobody cares, right? Let's just make the weapon. So I'm pretty sure I do know what this is. It's basically just like a mage gun. It's like a minigun, right? Okay, I might be using it wrong. Fires plasma orbs that linger and emit massive explosions. Press right to fire powerful energy beams. Ah, okay, so it's basically dual firing. Do they synergize? I don't think they do. Okay, cool. Now, another thing I asked you all is whether I should basically spawn in some shimmer. I've spawned some in because apparently that's allowed. It spawns in 1.4.4, so let's just make some permanent upgrades because we can. I don't know if they'll have a big effect. I don't know if Calamity's nerfed them. Okay, right. The grind begins. I'm not done yet. Brace yourself. Oh. Okay. All right. Oh, my adrenaline is so high right now. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make myself speak for the next minute. Wow. What a fight. What a fight. I was not expecting to come in today and do that so quickly. So that is... Oh, you can hear the adrenaline in me. That's our third fight of today. And also, that was my first time, obviously since the last video, experiencing that final form. So I only got to see that form twice. So I'm really happy I was able to fluke my way through it. Essentially what I picked up on while I was editing the last video is when it goes into its final form, that first attack, it's kind of like a spiral. Like, it comes out in a spiral. So I thought, well, if I go up and to the right, I'll space out the attack a little bit more. And then I kind of noticed, and I think I was winging it a little bit. I was just dashing backwards and forwards. But if I'm probably not going to include the audio because I'm like probably breathing really heavy. But I was just mashing my heal button the whole time I was fighting that because I had no idea when to heal or how long it would be. I'm going to need to calm down. I'm going to need to calm down. That was too good. I loved that fight. That's such a sick fight. Obviously, if I got stuck on that for 10 hours, I probably wouldn't say that. But the amount of time I put in, really good. Right, so I've calmed down a little. Let's slap down the relic. It's good to see you. Okay, so opening up the treasure bag then, what did we get? Bam. We got a lot. We got Remus's head, Remus's body. I'm assuming probably, there you go, Remus's legs. So we got the Regenerator, 10 defense plus 6 HP life regen and massively accelerated natural life regen. However, your health cannot exceed 50% of its maximum. Interesting. We got the Void of Calamity, 12% increase to all damage. Brimstone fires down after getting hit. We got the Guarding Chaos Stone, awesome. We got the Entropy's Vigil, summons a mini Calamitous clone and her brothers to protect you. 1 minion trio takes 2 minion slots. And we got the Animosity, 34 range damage. We also got a Broken Hero Sword. Did we get that from the boss? I'm assuming so. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. My adrenaline then was probably the highest it's ever been doing a Terraria boss fight. I don't know. Is it age? Is it expectations? What's going on? Okay. So we did get some Ashes of Calamity as well. So if I remember right, we can use these to make the next set of armor, which is the Brimflame armor. Okay. So Brimflame armor. We got the leggings. We have the robes, and we have the cowl. Okay. I wonder if there is a set of wings to go along with this. So right now we have 86 defense because I've reforged everything to warding. We have this set bonus with the health thing. So moving it across, we go to 89 defense. And our set bonus is... Set bonus grants an additional 15% increased magic damage and crit. Press, and I haven't obviously assigned this yet, to trigger a Brimflame Frenzy effect. While under this effect, you get an additional 40% increase to magic damage. However, this comes at the cost of rapid life loss and no mana regeneration. This can be toggled off, however, a Brimflame Frenzy has a 30-second cooldown. Okay, so it's now the next day. I ended recording early so that I could play the Cyberpunk expansion. Listen, I'm only human. So next up is Plantera. Now, some advice I got at the beginning of the series. Apparently, there is actually a pre-built arena for Plantera, which is awesome because, as you'll all know, I hate building the Plantera arena. So, looking at that comment then, I think it might actually be below here, or somebody said that it's below Golem's temple. So I'm going to have to look around and find it. I also noticed I did not even reforge this. So I don't know how I beat that boss yesterday. I'm still coming down from the high. And I also think there's an upgrade to make with our boots as well. Yeah, I'm shocked I won because I was very forgetful yesterday. So next up is the Angel Treads, and this uses all the souls, a harpy ring, and some essence of sunlight. Ooh, have a little look at this. Look how fancy this is. I don't know what it's here for. Maybe it's just here to look nice. Yeah, it looks very fancy. All right. There's been some master builders on this world. There's a house. That's very neat. What does this say? It says nothing. That's fine. Orange torches. Yeah. You know what? This is my kind of biome. Thank you very much. Is there anything else? No. It's just here to look nice, isn't it? Well, you know what? If I could build like this as well, I'd have a little house in Calamity too. Okay, so we've found Golem's Temple. Now, as you can see, it spawned quite low in the world, so unless we're about to fight Plantera in hell, I don't think we're doing it below the temple, but I did find this area right here above the temple, which screams to me, hey, fight Plantera here. Now, unfortunately, we don't have the materials to make a portal bulb, so we are kicking this old school, and we're just mining a bulb and seeing how it goes. Right, Plantera, let's see, how awful are you going to be? The answer is probably very, very awful. She's spawned in, she's here, welcome. I'm not too sure what weapon I'm gonna commit to, so I'll just, I'll bounce between. Well, actually, I know exactly what weapon I'm committing to. What I'm trying to say is I don't know whether I'm gonna use the plasma orb things or the gun part. So far, this first form seems to be firing off petals, and to be honest, so far, I would say they are fairly easy to dodge, and the fact that we're not dodging them as well as we should is a bit of a disappointment, because we could always get working on building up adrenaline, which would be very nice. Oh, it's very cinematic. It's very cinematic, so I'm guessing this is where it gets real awful. Okay, so toxic clouds are now in the area. It's going to be... Whoa! It's going to be really interesting learning this one, I think. Oh, okay, so it really does telegraph it. So you're meant to stay close and kind of pick up on where it's being telegraphed. Okay, interesting. Not a bad little fight, to be honest. Oh, and I got a trapper bulb. This is exactly what I needed to make. Let me let me deposit all. Have a little look at this, right? Porter bulb. Oh, hell yeah. So one thing I will say, when it comes to this attack here, the Thorns attack, you have to make sure that you're actually in a good spot for this attack before it begins. Because once it happens, you are essentially locked in. This attack here is not as bad to dodge as I thought it was going to be. I'm going to mess that one up. I really believe on the next attempt where I try this like really properly, now that I know what's coming, I don't think I'll take as many stupid hits, and I think I'll have a much better time with this one. Also, I'm using this weapon here, by the way, because it passes through blocks. So yeah, what I think I'm going to do, because I feel like the arena is probably what's messing me up. I'm going to clear it out, shape it up a little bit, and actually put some platforms down. Because, yeah, I would really love to do it in this arena, because this arena does look so cool. But, yeah, I think I need to tweak it. I got kind of close on that first proper attempt, but I don't think I'm going to be able to replicate that without adjusting it. So I just did a couple fights against Plantera with the Serpentine, and it really feels like the Serpentine is quite actually busted. Like, the DPS is great. Now, one of you let me know that there is an upgrade that I can get during Tier 2 of the Acid Rain event. Now, before we did Calamitous Clone, I actually did, like, about an hour of farming. I probably won't include it in the edit because, you know, in context, it's quite boring. But basically, you get it from these eels. So I'm going to keep farming for it, because I really want to see that weapon in action against Plantera. Oh, okay, there it is. Oh, hell yeah. That wasn't bad at all. Okay, cool. Right, I want to see how good this is. So it's a bit of a shame. This weapon is not as busted as the Serpentine, like, at all. All right, there we go. Hell yeah. Well, definitely a photo finish. There we go. What a fun fight. What a really fun fight. As if as well. My NPCs have died, so I can't go back. Energized plant matter has formed in the underground. The desert sands shift intensely. Screams are echoing around the dungeon. So yeah, it looks like we have a lot of upgrade paths that are available to us now. Seems like there's a new ore. Seems like there's a new thing in the desert. All very exciting. So yeah, there we go. That was a lot of fun. Using the Serpentine was just, I don't know, it was a blast. It's a very busted weapon, I would say. Might need a little bit of a tweak because I did end up using the slithering eels and yeah, it just wasn't as good. This was getting around 800 DPS, whereas the other one was getting like between 1,000 and 2,000, which is wild, but a very fun weapon to use. And sometimes that is all you need. So placing the relic down, have a little look at that. Very cool. Okay, treasure bag. Bam. Right, so we got the Arcane Laundanum. Yes. Yes, spoken correctly. Living Shards. Silent Bloomstone. Grants between 1 HP and plus 3 HP life regen during any time of the day. Accelerates life regen based on the time of the day. Both of these effects are maximized from noon to sunset. Flowers grow if you are standing on grass. Random dye plants will grow while standing on grassless dirt, one of the ancient relics. We also got the wasp gun, spore sack, the temple key, the thorn hook. So yeah, all very cool. So it looks like the next boss will be Leviathan, which will be really fun because I really like the soundtrack to Leviathan, and that sort of keeps me going with stuff like that. Also, Astrum Aureus. Is that the one that kind of looks like a spider crab? I think it might be. And then after that, it's Golem. So we might be able to crank all 3 of these out in the next video. But that's it. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.